Hello racing friends and Formula One fans. Welcome to Racing Corner. The Hungarian Grand Prix is in the books, and after weeks of relentless racing, the sport finally hits the brakes. But this pause isn't just a holiday, it's a carefully planned moment that can define the second half of the season. Today, we're breaking down how drivers and teams spend the summer break, why it's more important than most people realize, and how it sets the stage for the championship fight when racing returns in Zandvoort. Let's start with the rule that makes this break possible. It's called the FIA Summer Shutdown. Every team in Formula One must completely close its factory for at least 14 consecutive days. No wind tunnel testing, no new parts in development, no simulator work. Not even late-night calls about strategy. The idea is simple: cost control, fairness, and making sure every single person in the paddock gets proper rest. For teams like Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, and McLaren, this is the one time of year when even the lights in the design offices go out. Mechanics head home, engineers take family trips, and team bosses finally put their phones down, at least for a little while. But here's the twist. Drivers aren't actually bound by these shutdown rules. And yet, almost all of them use this time to step back. Which brings us to recovery. For a driver, the first thing after Hungary is to decompress. That might mean swapping the cockpit for a sun lounger, taking long walks with friends, or simply sleeping in for the first time in months. But rest in F1 is never just about doing nothing. Drivers have to balance relaxation with staying race ready. That means light workouts, swimming, cycling, stretching, or yoga, all designed to keep muscles loose without adding unnecessary strain. Of course, some training never stops. The neck and core muscles that hold up under 5 to 6G in high-speed corners need constant attention. That's why many drivers keep working with their performance coaches during the break. The goal is to arrive in Zandvoort fresh, but not rusty. And physical readiness is only half the equation, because the other half is mental. Formula One is not just a physical challenge, it's a constant mental grind. The travel, the pressure, the media commitments, the need to deliver every single weekend. It can wear down even the most resilient drivers. That's why the summer break becomes a mental reset. Some drivers go completely off the grid. Lewis Hamilton might disappear into nature, hiking or surfing far away from the cameras. Others, like George Russell, explore hobbies like freediving to disconnect from the constant buzz of the paddock. It's not just personal, teams are also stepping up in this area. McLaren, for example, has integrated mindfulness and mental coaching into its culture, helping everyone from drivers to engineers deal with stress and stay sharp. By stepping out of the F1 bubble, drivers can return with a clearer head and renewed focus. And with that clarity comes the final stage of the break, recharging for the fight ahead. The second half of the season is brutal. Circuits like Monza, Singapore, and Las Vegas demand absolute precision and endurance. That's why both drivers and teams use these final days of the break to get into the right rhythm. For drivers, that might mean ramping up the intensity in the gym, or jumping back into the simulator to refresh muscle memory. For teams, it's about reopening the factory with a clear plan, attacking every remaining race with maximum efficiency. The summer shutdown also levels the playing field. No team can secretly gain an advantage while others are resting. When the lights go out in Zandvoort, everyone starts from the same place, both physically and mentally. So, while it might look like Formula One is on pause right now, behind the scenes, this break is a strategic weapon, a time for bodies to heal, minds to clear, and for the entire paddock to prepare for the toughest months of the year. In F1, races aren't only won on Sundays, they're also won in the quiet moments, when no one's watching and every decision builds toward that next victory. When the Dutch Grand Prix rolls around, expect every driver and every team to come out swinging. The calm will be replaced by roaring engines, packed grandstands, and the pressure of every lap. The work and rest of these 2 weeks will soon be tested. For some, it's about defending a title lead. For others, it's the start of an all-out comeback. So, here's the question. Who will return the sharpest in Zandvoort, and who might struggle to find their rhythm? Drop your predictions in the comments, subscribe for more F1 insights, and get ready, because the real battle for the championship begins now.